We'll go across live to Chief Election Commissioner Vir Sanghvi in a moment from now. But before that, I want to go across to Sheila Dikshit's residence. Her future hangs in the balance. A three-time Chief Minister now running the risk of possibly losing her constituency of New Delhi. Maha Siddiqui, my colleague, joins me from Sheila Dikshit's residence. Maha, describe to our viewers the atmospherics at the Chief Minister's house.
Well, at the moment, Rahul, all I can say is that there is very little to no sign of activity here at Sheila Dikshit's residence, and it's very typical of the Congress party. Whenever they sense likely disappointment, they abandon a place where they have to answer any questions to the media. It's not just Sheila Dikshit's residence today, Rahul. I can be pretty sure that even at the AICC at 24 Akbar Road, scenes will be similar. No leader will come out till they see any signs of positivity for these elections. And the big question this time, Rahul, also is who will do the answering for Delhi? Because there was a sense that Sheila Dikshit was pretty much abandoned during the campaign. Rahul Gandhi's rally did not get a good response. The Congress itself admits that there were management issues there. Manmohan Singh did not hold a rally. And the direct competition now here, if Congress loses Delhi, becomes Narendra Modi, because he is the factor who would have taken the BJP ahead of the Congress. And that's a big worry for the Congress party. Let me tell you, there have been meetings of the Congress party ahead of these results today, and they have been discussing this point.
It's very unfortunate, Vir Sanghvi, the manner in which the Congress has deserted Sheila Dikshit. She is one of their main chief ministers, and one Rahul Gandhi rally goes bad, and the party wants nothing to do with the Congress campaign. They leave her to fight everyone else.
Well, to be fair, Sonia Gandhi did do a rally after Rahul Gandhi's, which was fairly successful.
Just the one odd rally. Look at the way BJP had Narendra Modi, Arun Jaitley, Sushma Swaraj, Gadkari campaigning hour after hour in the last few days.
Well, I think the problem in Delhi was that Sheila Dikshit also made it clear to them that one reason why she was in so much trouble was because of the central leadership. It was going to be a vote against the UPA rather than a vote against her government.
But that would have happened in any case. Shouldn't they have fought harder?
It was felt, therefore, the more UPA figures you had, the more you would remind people of the failures of this government and the worse it would get for her. If Manmohan Singh had held a rally, for instance, it's very unusual for the Prime Minister not to hold a rally in Delhi. If he had held a rally, he would have been pelted with rotten tomatoes. I think she was better off he didn't turn up.
No, but that's one way of looking at it. The other way is because you know that you might be losing, you don't want to be associated with the Delhi campaign at all. Is that fair for Sheila Dikshit to have been left to fend for herself, Shiv Viswanathan?
See, I think it's that moment that her body language changed. I think to a certain extent she realized she was caught in a fix. At one level she had to pretend she was not part of the Congress. But by that time the Congress had stopped pretending that she was a part of it. I think deeply and fundamentally they abandoned her, and in a very public space.
Shiv Viswanathan, top political commentator, superb analyst. I'm a fan of this man. You just seem to be able to put these words together in the most deep senses. Thank you very much. Great to have you with us. I want to go across to Vir Sanghvi, the Chief Election Commissioner, joining us this morning. Voter turnouts in all the 5 states where assembly elections have been held, significantly higher than earlier. We've seen history being made in most states. What, in your view, explains this new re-engagement with democracy that we're seeing in state after state where elections are being held?
We have initiated action for improving voter turnout almost 1 year back. And our first effort was in the line of electoral rolls. We had one summary revision as of January 1st, 2013. Then we had a continuous updation. We also had a special summary revision. All these have added significant number of voters to the rolls. Usually the people who enroll during the election year, they invariably turn out to vote. Second, after the enrollment process is over, the gap between that and actual date of the poll, we activated the machinery on voter awareness measures. What we call
in Delhi especially, we saw this time so many middle class people actually come out to vote in booths which are usually completely desolate. We saw long queues. These were people considered too lazy to vote. they thought it's uncool to vote. It's suddenly become cool to vote and it's uncool not to vote. To what extent would you attribute this to the civil society movement led by Anna Hazare, by Arvind Kejriwal? Do you think that these people have gone out onto the streets and put pressure on people to come out and vote and thereby aided the work that your body has been doing, Mr. Sampath?
There could be, any number of factors for these things. We cannot rule out those awakening measures also, but then I can only list out the measures which we have taken. Yeah.
Headlines today carried out a major sting operation which exposed an elaborate chit system that operates. Candidates both from the BJP and the Congress were exposed handing out bottles of scotch to voters in their constituencies. Despite all the efforts that you made, clearly the Chief Election Commissioner wasn't able to clamp down or end this malaise of alcohol being given out by candidates.
In fact, of course, Delhi, yes, you could have done something, but then in all these 5 states, we have been able to seize something like 15 lakh liters of alcohol. Totally cash, liquor, etc. worth 53 crores have been seized in these poll-going states, which is a very high number. Whatever seizures we make, they do have a deterrence effect, but still these things could be happening in some pockets.
In Delhi, sir, voting went on till past 9 p.m. at several booths. The Aam Aadmi Party has alleged that the Election Commission was biased towards the older parties, allowing these voters to go on casting their mandate till way past closing hours. How do you respond? Because the charge that is levelled is that the Congress and the BJP went out, rallied their supporters, brought them out to the polling booth and got them to vote after voting hours got over. In a way, they're insinuating that the EC's actions ended up helping the well-established parties.
I see. See, actually, it is not something which is done only in Delhi. It is a standard practice which is happening for decades, that anyone who is at the queue at 5 o'clock in the evening, hours of close of the poll, they shall be entitled to vote. And a typical practice is, if the queue is some 100 voters outside the polling station at 5 o'clock in the evening, presiding officer will issue a slip for all these people, and he will start issuing the slip from the far end. This is only to ensure nobody joins the queue after 5 o'clock. While no one can join the queue after 5 o'clock and vote, anyone who is in the queue at 5 o'clock is entitled to vote. Where the queue is large, polling will go on till 7:30, 8, 9, like that. There is nothing new done in Delhi. This has been done for decades by Election Commission. This is only the inherent right of the voters. That's it.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Sampath, for joining us. The real heroes of the 2013 Assembly elections. They managed to get people to come out and vote. SMSs, emails, you can check online. They've really made it much easier, Shiv Viswanathan, than ever before for people to go out and vote. And in that sense, we need to salute the efforts that these brave warriors have done, going out ensuring in Chhattisgarh as well, in Naxal-dominated areas, that there was a record turnout.
Look, I think there's something wonderful about the Election Commission. I mean, it has rituals of cleanliness and rituals of pollution that fascinate me. And I think in a way...
Rituals of pollution?
Yeah, because to a certain extent, they are very clear that certain things can't be done and certain things have to be done. And in that sense, they represent the ideal institution. But I think to a certain extent, you also got to understand it's a bureaucratic mechanism which cannot understand wider politics. So to ask them questions about the Aam Aadmi Party is unfair. I mean, Sampath reminds me of a lot of people who hang around Marina Beach. Bureaucrats who understand the world, but nothing beyond.
Very interesting. We've got a story coming in that even before the results come out, the BJP actually seems to be in a celebratory mood, with exit polls predicting a BJP victory in all the 4 states. The party seems to have the laddus and the hoardings out already. These are some pictures our camera people managed to take last night of laddus being prepared. You've got this big banner outside the BJP headquarters this morning, which is thanking voters for coming out and supporting the BJP, and also saying that we promise to live up to the expectations people have of us. Vidhan Sabha चुनाव में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की अपार सफलता पर आप सभी का धन्यवाद. That is the big hoarding outside the BJP headquarters this morning.